Hello, everyone. This is my mother, Kimberly Bordenero. She is 54 years old and she works also at the post office, just like my dad. And today we're going to get her perspective on what it was like whenever I left for Miami, being so young. And I'm going to ask her the same questions I did my dad. So let's get right into it. So, Mom, I am your oldest son. What was it like for you when I left for Miami at 20 years old?
Well, being that you were my first child and being a nervous mother that I am, I was very nervous for you that a 20-year-old is traveling halfway across the world, not knowing anybody, with not a lot of money. Yeah, it was scary for me, but I really didn't have a choice in the matter, so I just had to, you know, just deal with it. And
How did you deal with it?
well, um, just kept it to myself basically, and talked to my mom about it, and she kind of, you know, eased my mind about it like she always does, because she, said that you just need to let him go and find his way.
Yeah.
That's what kids do when they get older and they grow up and move out. Just we've never had anybody in the family that moved away from home, so that's what made it harder too. Because me and my sisters all stayed around my mom, and so it was just hard, a new thing, that I had to deal with. But I dealt with it, and you did fine.
Okay. Before I decided to move, what did you think I would end up doing for a living or before moving? What did you think my life would be like if I would have stayed here?
Well, I thought for sure you would be doing something with computers because you were very good at electronics, computer things. So I thought for sure that would be something you would do. If not that, I thought you would become an accountant because you were very good with math and numbers, and you did very well in accounting class in school. So, but you didn't want to do any of those things. Those things were, even though you were good at them, you did not like them. So,
Well, I ended up in sort of the computer field here with the YouTube videos and all that. That's kind of computer stuff.
you know, yeah, and you're good at that.
And did you think I was going to end up living here like before I said that I was going to move? Did you think I would just stay here forever like you did?
Well, yeah.
You never crossed your mind
Well,
that I would ever leave?
I didn't think you would stay in Belvedere because it seemed like you didn't like it at all. But I figured you would go to like a bigger city like Chicago or something more, not so out in the middle of nowhere. Because I know you hated that. But I didn't think you'd move to Florida because you always hated Florida. When we would go on vacation, it seemed like you hated going there. So that's what surprised me when you said you were going to Florida too. I was like, really? You hated that whenever I took you on there for vacation.
I know. Well, I didn't hate it, but I didn't like the heat. I don't think I liked that, and I didn't like going to the same place over and over. Like we always went to Disney World instead of going somewhere else or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I had a lot of family down there, so that's what kind of, um, you know, steered us down there a lot. Family, visiting family. And you just sometimes go to familiar places a lot of times, so I don't know.
And that's still your number one vacation spot, Florida.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm just, you know how I am about driving different places. If I don't know the route, it kind of scares me a little to where I'm gonna end up.
Yeah.
So, this route I knew because I had been going there as a kid from my parents, and so I knew the way and I knew what it was like, so I kept on the tradition.
I can see that. So now that it's been 13 years after I've left, what do you think of my decision now?
I think you made a very good decision. You did very well. You never let anything, um, stop you from getting what you wanted. And you love it down there. So I think you made a great decision for yourself.
Well, I'm glad to hear that from you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it sucks for family because we don't get to see you very much. In fact, this is the first time I've seen you in 4 years, so it does make it hard. Part of it, but it makes me happy to know that you're doing well and you're on your own, and I don't have to worry about you.
So you don't have to worry about me no more?
Nope.
Good.
Well, I shouldn't say that because there's always something that'll probably come up. I mean, yeah, I got to worry about you because you just had a building collapse right near you, so
Yeah, that worries me too.
I still have worries, but I don't dwell on it like daily, but it's still, down deep in your mind, those kind of things. But it doesn't take over my life anymore.
Yeah, I remember whenever I first moved down, like I would talk to you like twice a week or something. You would always call just to make sure I was doing okay and everything like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but now that I know you're okay, I can rest easy.
Good. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Makes me happy. So, what do you think about living in Florida? Would it ever be for you? I mean, you've been down there many times. You've been on vacation there, who knows how many times. So, everybody that watches the channel, that's kind of like their dream, I mean,
Yeah.
they want to live in Florida, or they have some kind of interest in it. So, you grew up here just like me, and, I left, but you didn't. You've been there. What's your take on it?
Well, it used to be my dream too to move to Florida when I was younger, because I wanted, the nice weather, the ocean, a lot of family was down there. So it was my dream at one point, but as I've gotten older, I don't really see myself living in Florida. I see myself maybe staying there for a couple months out of the year, like winter time here. But I really do like the four seasons here, even though I hate winter, working in it. But I don't hate it like completely. Like if I didn't have to work outside in it, it wouldn't bother me because I could say, oh, I don't want to go outside today. I'll just stay inside because it's 50 below.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Florida. You can do the same thing. But I kind of like the four seasons now, and coming upon retirement, I feel like I want to stay here and just like go different places for a couple months out of the winter and come back here and be by family. But you never know, I could change my mind again.
Yeah. There's always room to change your
Yeah,
mind.
I mean, who knows? Maybe when I travel different places when I retire, I'll say, hey, this one looks good, I'll move here. But
Yeah,
who knows what life will bring you,
that's how it goes.
as you know.
I know.
Because you really wanted to move to California, and now you're, having second thoughts about that, so.
Yeah, I don't think I would even want to move to California now with the way things are, with how expensive it is and the fires going on and the political climate and all of that. It just doesn't seem like it's for me anymore. But I'm the kind of like you when it comes to visiting, I want to go visit, I'm going there next, and I like visiting, but living there, I don't know if I would want to live there now.
That's how I feel about Florida now. I used to always want to go there when I was a kid, but now I kind of have changed my mind, and back when you were younger, you always wanted us to move to somewhere different, but
Yes.
as you know from being where you are, it's harder to move after you're established for a while.
Yeah.
And you never understood that when you were a kid, how hard it was for me to leave my job after, so long, or family, just, a lot of different things. And now I think you understand that a little more by being established, Lizzie being established where she is. It's hard to leave that.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I mean,
and start all over.
It would be harder for me to leave Miami now than it was for me to leave here when I was 20, even though that seemed like a bigger deal at the time. Now I feel like it's actually a bigger deal because there's more to lose.
Right. And it's, like you tell people in your videos, do it when you have nothing to lose. Like the younger you are, the easier it's going to be to move somewhere different.
Yeah.
Because the longer you stay somewhere, the harder it's going to be to leave.
Totally. Since I am your oldest son and I did leave, and you're happy for my decision and everything now, what would you tell any other parents watching this video who are kind of in your position right now? Like their kid is saying, well, I'm going to leave, I'm moving somewhere different. Like, what would you say to them? What kind of advice would you give them?
Well, I would say try to be more encouraging to your child, because that will help them succeed in whatever they want to do. Try not to worry as much, even though you're still going to worry no matter what. You're the mother. But try not to, and know that they will do well in the end. Have faith that they will.
Yeah, what else can you do, right? Besides just be there for your kids and support.
Support them, if they need support. Let them know that you're always there for them. So.
Well, I know I can count on you. Always have been able to.
Yep, and you always will be, till the day I die.
I know. Well, you did excellent for your first time ever being on one of the videos.
Yeah.
I know, I'm proud of you.
Well, I was a little nervous about that too. Make sure you subscribe to Michael's channel and watch some of his videos right over there, because they're all very good.
See you guys over there.